It's not real good news. I guess you could say it's good news, or it could be bad. I don't know. I guess it's how you look at it. Ah, man. I need back and knee surgery. It's pretty wild stuff. Back and knee surgery. That's crazy. What can you say? Ain't a lot you can say to that. My doctor's cool though. He's one of the better doctors. Real cool, down to earth dude. I would say to you guys, take good care of yourself. Though I was in an accident. Dang, I gotta show y'all this. Look. She know what she was doing. How you a nurse wearing a smock that small? They was on the elevator with me. And I was like, dang. Well, you know, I can look. I'm a guy, so it is what it is. I hate to put the women on blast like that, especially when they don't know that you filming them. I guess you could say that's kind of pervy, but what can I do? They were very sweet, though. Real nice ladies. But like I was saying, I'm pushing 60. So I'm relatively a young guy in today's standards. But being 6'5", or well over 300 pounds, it's hard on your joints. It's hard on your back, hard on your knees. I actually was having some back problems before the accident. This is ongoing litigation, so I'm not going to go into a lot of detail in regards to, you know, my injury or how, you know, it happened. Just know that it happened. That's really what's up. And truth be told, you know, you really just want to take care of yourself. Take as good care of yourself as you possibly can. Eating right. That's one thing I instilled in my son. He's now in the Navy. He found out where his regular duty station was going to be. He's in Norfolk, Virginia. He's going to be working on a transport vessel. Proud of that brother. Proud of that young man. Any parent that's taking credit for anything their children do, I think is a disjustice to the children. You can guide them, you can talk to them, you can provide for them, but ultimately the decisions that they make in their life is going to be on their own. So I praise him for what he's doing. Have me and my son have ups and downs and butted heads about different things? Of course, that's going to happen. I don't care if your children or you have your blood running through them. They're individuals. They're individuals. They have their own decisions to make, their own minds, and all of that. So if your child decides to do something positive, all you can do is celebrate how smart they are and the decisions they made and the work ethic they're showing, and just be happy for them in that regard. What's up, man? You know, I never take credit for what your children do. All you can do is say, I helped them along the way in them making the decisions they made. You said you're their support system. It's just that simple. You know, you don't make the moves for them. They make the moves for themselves. You just help them as best you can. So for him to be in the Navy, and I was in the Army when I was coming up. That was my thing. I ended up joining the Army. And I was wondering why he didn't join the Army. I was thinking it was because of me, but it actually wasn't. When he explained to me why he chose to go to the Navy versus going to the Army like me, I loved it even more, because it was some people. Your kids are going to get inspired not only by you, they're going to get inspired by people they're seeing that's their same age. You know, they'll be sitting around trying to figure out what they're going to do while you're sitting there worried about them being homeless or not having a job or something. And then they'll get inspiration from other young people that are, you know, their same age. That's one thing about kids. What you want for them is to be around people positive, people that can give them inspiration to do positive and good things. And that's exactly what happened. He got inspired by people that I might not even necessarily know, but I praise and thank those people because they gave him inspiration to do something positive for himself. He's setting himself up for a decent life, if not an extraordinarily gifted life. So to me, that's a big, big deal. He seems to like the Navy. The training was hard, just like anything in life. It's going to be hard to get rank. You have to be tested for stuff. And he's ready for that challenge. And that's why I'm so proud of him. Because, you know, nothing in life is easy. It's very rare you get something handed to you. And even when you get it handed to you, let's just say your family's rich and they hand you $2 million or hand you $3 million. You can fuck that up if you're not careful, if you don't plan. You know what I'm saying? You have to make the money work for you. $2 million will only go so far. A lot of money. There's no doubt about that. In this day and age, it's not worth as much as it was if you was in the 1800s. If you was in the 1800s and you had $2 million, you really got 20 million or something like that. You know what I'm saying? If you had 20 million back then, I mean, you'll never be poor. There's no way you could just walk around being a fucking a-hole back then. If you had that much money, you don't have to do shit, because it's going to collect. I don't even know what interest rates were back in the old West, but I'm sure they were pretty high. Well, I wouldn't say high, but you know, on $20 million back in the day in an old saloon or a town's bank, shit, your money went a long fucking way back then. But be that as it may, I couldn't be more proud of my son and his decisions that he's made. So, and my daughters are the same way. They're doing what they're doing. They've become good people, and that's all you can ask. They're not here to hurt nobody, to cause any negativity in the world. If anything, they're trying to at least live in this world and as comfortably as possible, because that's really what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? It's hard, man. And it goes fast. Just like my man said on the live chat. Thank you for saying that, because it's the truth. It can go real fucking fast, man. You can fuck around. And a perfect example of what you're saying right there. I moved to Baldwin Hills, California after trying economic times and ups and downs and living arrangements and everything. But I finally ended up getting a nice solid place to live. And yeah, I was there 10 years. I batted my eyes. It was 10 years later. And I had a lot of ups and downs in that apartment because of other people. It wasn't necessarily because of me. Because obviously I'm not going to bring bullshit to my doorstep. I want, you know, I would want, you know, every day that I live, wherever I stay, to be a happy one. So that's exactly what you know, I was trying to do, is to just enjoy my time and where I was living. But before you know it, you look up, it's 10 years later. And then I moved out here back to the valley because, you know, where I was living, though nice, and it could have been way, way nicer, was just not, you know, it wasn't, it changed. Just like a lot of places do. You know what I'm saying? You want to live somewhere where the neighborhood doesn't change. It's still quiet. It's still peaceful. The neighbors are cool. You ain't got to worry about a lot of things. But if you're in California, there's always something you got to worry about. You know what I'm saying? It's a big city, just like a lot of major metropolitans, you know, everywhere. Even a lot of people think, oh, well, you go to Boise, Idaho, you ain't going to deal with bullshit. That's a lie. Boise, Idaho is a big city. You know, it may have a lot of more small towns in it, but wherever there's a large congregation of people in whatever state that you live in, you're going to have to deal with some shit. Neighbors, theft, homelessness, all kind of shit. Look at this motherfucker right here. See, this is the shit I'm talking about when these people turn into the... These fucking people are nuts. Why the fuck are you doing that? They turn into traffic, bro. This is the craziest shit I ever seen. They're fucking nuts. They can't wait for shit. The traffic's not that bad where you can't wait until it frees up. Instead, they turn, and look, they think they're turning into the middle lane. They turn and try to actually dive into the lane that you're in. I'm gonna let them hit me because I've been trying to get rid of this. I love this car, but I'm paying a lot a month for it. I'm paying a lot a month for this fucking car. So you better believe if you hit me, all you doing is helping me. You helping me, and you fucking crack it, they're gonna pay it off. They're gonna give me another one. They're gonna give me enough money to put down on another car. So you'd be helping me if you hit me. Come on. Yeah, dealing with that dumb shit all the time. Yeah, I think that's what you're basically saying. Baby in this car is cute as hell. She look good next to me. I hate to say that because I do have somebody in my life, but like I said, it's not a big deal to look as long as you don't touch or do nothing about it. And it ain't like she giving me rhythm or nothing like that. I'm just making an observation. You could be with your woman holding her hand and see somebody else and be like, damn. I mean, it's just a part of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure your woman, though they love you and think you the handsomest guy in the world, they're going to see somebody they think is attractive. They're not going to tell you. They're not going to tell you. You know what I'm saying? But they're going to, you know, secretly go, damn, he look good. That's a fucking nice little spot. Check this spot out right here in the corner. I don't know if it's actually a place. It looks like it says it's a coffee house. But that would be a cool little spot to cut. Like a little, god damn, that would be nice. There's so many places in LA, in the valley, in the San Fernando Valley like that. A bunch of fucking places to rent. This is the kind of shit you see on Balboa right here. These are the apartments. This is sort of like Van Nuys. It's near the Van Nuys Airport. Along this street at night, there will be no parking out here. I don't even know if you can park in the daytime but here's some of the houses right here. Believe it or not, these little houses, 2, 3, 4 bedroom family homes, real regular, $1 million. There's another building right here that's for lease. This one right here on the corner. Look at that. That could be a nice little store for somebody. You know, that's a cool little strip mall right here. It's fucked up, but if you put some cool businesses in there, that shit'll fuck around and pop off. And I can guarantee you, they've been close. And I've been coming by here for a while. There's another one across the street right here. It's Kitchen Center Unique Roofing is over there, but this place on the corner, right here on the corner. And my YouTube channel is called Corner Store Television. And I've been looking for a place that I can have on the corner somewhere to not only do the pod in the window, but to have my merch hanging in the window. This is a multi-purpose entertainment complex is what they call it, right next to Balboa Market. Obviously, I'd have to put, you know, the sliding security gate and all that. Because one thing about San Fernando Valley, even though it's not South Central LA or something like that, motherfuckers be out here robbing and breaking into shit like a motherfucker. They do that here. They real good about it. There's one thing I noticed if you don't have this app called Citizen, wherever you live, you should download it. It'll tell you everything that's going on in your neighborhood, you know, they'll tell you what a pedophiles is, everything. It's a hell of an app. I'm telling you. And of course, it's like any other fucking app. They have a premium version of it that really tells you everything about what's going on out here. This is the Van Nuys Airport right here, at least some of the tail end of it. Let me get past this person because they're gonna make her fuck around and make me. A lot of these people drive like this and real slow because they'll look in their rear. I notice. I don't know if you guys are dealing with this too. If you're driving in whatever city you live in, if you notice people looking in the rear view and notice that, they'll notice what color you are. I don't know if black people deal with this much, because I know when somebody's trying to slow down and, you know, because they see who you are. And I don't know, it's the most crazy shit in the world. A lot of people out here play these psychological games in their car for whatever reason. It's amazing to me. And then that, you know, and if you get the right person behind you and you're fucking around with them, and next thing you know, 3 or 4 bullets coming through your window, all you're gonna do when the cops come, because you're gonna call them, because you're gonna be shitting bricks because you fuck with the wrong person that day, and you just gonna be telling the police, I don't know why they did that. All the time you knew you was playing games with the person, and you just figured, well, they ain't got no gun, or they're not crazy, they just black and I wanted to fuck with them. Those are some of the biggest mistakes you can make. I think if you live in a big city like Los Angeles and you got some type of issue with somebody, issue with a certain demographic, and you driving around and you just happen to be la-di-da, and I call it la-di-da because you just driving around la-di, this is the cheapest gas. Now, I'm going to go back to what I'm saying. Look at this. This is $4.35. This is U.S. Fuels. I ain't never heard of this gas station. This must be something new. They got cheap fuel. They got $4.35 regular unleaded. That's the cheapest I've seen so far today. But some of this fuel, you shouldn't be putting that shit in your car. You trying to tear up your engine if you putting that cheap fuel in there. But anyway, like I said, some people be la-di-da and driving around and notice you in the rear view mirror and be like, oh, I'm gonna fuck with this black person. It happens a lot on the freeway. A lot. There's a guy rolling next to me now. He's trying to stay in my rear view, knowing that I probably want to get past him. Now see, look at how these cars are. You got this truck right here, got this big ass truck right here. Now I'm gonna get in front of them because they out here driving slow as molasses for whatever reason. And they do. Now the truck, I get it. It's a big ass truck. He ain't in no hurry. Probably don't want to make those deliveries anyway. If you're in a big ass 30-foot storage truck, you probably delivering some kind of heavy ass boxes. So I get it while you taking your time. You know what I mean? And plus you don't want to never have no job where you delivering something and you get back to the warehouse early, because they'll have some other shit for you to do. You want to stress that shit out. I hate to admit that, but every job I've ever had where I delivered shit, it gets to a point where it's so routine. You know which company's gonna have the most boxes, so you already geared up for, okay, when I get to such and such, they got 30 cases. By the time you finish up your route You know what I'm saying? You get this, if you start first starting out, it's gonna be a challenge because you don't know the places and everything, where the bays are and everything. But after a while, you get to the point where you realize, where everything is and all that, and it becomes routine. Next thing you know, you're coming back to the warehouse early because you're finishing a lot faster. Well, you learn not to do that shit. What you do is you learn to take your fucking time. You got all the time in the world. Let's just say you work 7 to 3 or 8 to 4. You know damn well you get off at 4 o'clock. You might as well take your time and do that shit and get off at 4. Right as you pulling in, 3:45 or 3:30, some shit like that. You can get there, pull the truck in, back that motherfucker up, get the dollies or whatever shit you on there, lock them down on the truck or take them off, however they do what they do there. And next thing you know, you punching the fuck out. Unless you got to do overtime for whatever reason. And if you do have to do overtime, make sure that overtime you're doing is the driving overtime. Like, traffic was bad. You had to get off the freeway for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? Don't let these jobs kill you because they could give a fuck about you. You be on a company 20, 30 years, got 401k, retirement, everything, and then the company goes out of business and you lose all of that shit that you had. So much so that they can't even pay you for the fucking vacation time you never used. I've seen it happen. So don't let yourself get murdered and killed for these companies. Loyalty goes as far as the work that you do for them. Now, are there some company owners, business owners, CEOs that are actually cool and good to their employees? Of course there are, but they're few and far between. They're few and far between. You're never going to know how a company really is or what they really care about you until you work for them. You're not going to know how your immediate supervisor is and how they are until you work for them. You can meet them and be like, damn, they cool as hell. And then they turn cold as ice after you've been there a while. And you've been doing well. It's not like you do anything wrong. It's not like you call off. You're always there. And a lot of times being a good employee where you're there early and you're always there and you're this and you're that. And that actually opens you up to be abused because they know you're a good employee. They'll always come to you. Can you work this? Can you work over? Can you work this day? Can you work the weekend? Can you do this? Can you do that? So much so that when all of a sudden, if you take those hours and you ask, like, yeah, I'll do this, I'll do that, trying to show what type of person you are on the job, and then you like, man, I can't do this shit all the time, and you start saying no, all of a sudden they start looking at you differently because you're saying no versus you saying yes before. You got to be careful, man. You have to be careful. I'm about to head to a real establishment right here and give a shout out to somebody that I'm really fuck with. That's the homie. Pause. Got to get my shit trimmed up. I don't know what I just got here. I got something. But yeah, this is the Chilling with Dex Part 2. The Chilling with Dex live stream. While I'm out here riding around doing my thing. Which is a big deal. It's a big deal to me, at least. It may not be to you. I don't fucking know. Oh, damn. Yeah, I'm heading now to Diamond Cuts Barbershop. We back in the great GH. We back in GH. Just cut through the light right there. Look at this. These beautiful apartments right here. If you not from Cali and you thinking about moving here, and you one of my subscribers, hey, get at me, bro. Go to my Instagram at Corner Store Television on Instagram, or you can hit me up at Corner Store Television at gmail.com. Now it's not at, it's Corner Store Television at gmail.com. Get at me on there. Let me see, is there a parking right here? Nah, I could park right here though. Could park right here though. You know what I'm saying? Right here though, okay? Yeah, we about to go in and chill with the homie Brian. My boy Brian. Right here. He is looking crazy. Hold on. Yeah. Hell to the yeah. Yeah, motherfucking diamond cuts in the motherfucking diamond cuts. That's the homie Brian right there. Welcome to Diamond Cuts, y'all. Look at that mural. That bitch is dope. Yeah, y'all on the live stream. Shit.
But yes, he's been telling me, but the way he talks to me, you know, like
beer in the fridge, you offer your beer. It's not about him, bro. It's not about him. It's about people that they care about it, you know? It's not about me.
One of them typical debates that be going on up in here.
Walk into all the barbershops around here.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Get trimmed up. Supposed to be a tattoo joint coming in next door.
why everything has to revolve around fucking Glendale? Fuck Glendale. Go back.
Nigga Brian in another debate. The homie Brian in another debate. If you're in California though, you guys, and you come to San Fernando Valley, you want to come to one of the best barbershops in the SF, and that's Diamond Cuts. This place, man, they be hooking motherfuckers up. It's my boy Brian in the building.
What's up, y'all? Come in, tap in with us, man.
You know what I'm saying? Cuts hair. Cuts hair. He does big things. You feel me? He always looking out for me. Look, man, I'm not the most. I'm going. You know, I'm taking the beard down today. I'm going back to my goatee. I'm going back to the goatee. The beard is cool, but I'm trying to clean up. I'm trying to clean up. You know what I'm saying? They got the pool table in here. You can come in here and play some pool. That motherfucker is regulation. You know what I'm saying? They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 chairs in this bitch. Not all the barbers are here right now, but who give a damn? The motherfucker is nasty, nice. In the beautiful city of Granada Hills, California. They're about to have a tattoo shop next door, sharing this space. But they over there dragging their feet. I guess they don't want to make no money.
I would want to support him, but then the problem is that...
But this is what's up, though. You dig? Let's get it. So I just came from my little appointment, you know what I'm saying? And now I'm in here getting my shit lined the fuck up and hooked up real nice. Because you got to stay clean. You do, man. It just... You know, for any other reason, you want to just stay live. You know what I'm saying? You out of here? Yeah, one of the customers shaking.
Yellow Happy Bee.
Well, yeah, I'm about to get off of this shit. Diamond Cuts, remember that. And it's Diamond Cuts with a K. Just like Corner Store Podcast. Diamond Cuts with a K. You feel me? Granada Hills, California on Chatsworth between White Oak and Balboa Boulevard. Let's go. I'll holler at y'all.